Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to a Halloween-inspired furnishing and decorating of a small family home that I am doing with my son, Kat. This is part of a large group collab for Halloween that's been organized by MaksPlayground, and I will put a link to the playlist down below in the description. And hello, Kat.
Hi.
Did you have fun doing this?
Yep.
Do you like Halloween?
Yep.
What do you usually do for Halloween?
I normally go trick-or-treating with my friends. I like candy, but I eat it very slowly. And, well, after we're done trick-or-treating, we always do this little thing where we set up a little shop, each of us, and trade. It's really fun.
And it's good, because then you get things you like, and they get things they like, and everything. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
And the house that we're using today is one that I had tried to do a 10-minute build, and I had failed dismally. But the starting house at the beginning was actually much more finished than what I had done in my 10-minute build, because I had gone in and done some landscaping, which we are doing a lot of changing to landscaping. And even the windows on the outside, we tried to change them to be black, and then we're changing the door right now. But in the front windows, they were okay to change to be black because they turn black on the inside and the outside, with the other windows only were black on the outside, and so it sort of looked funny on the inside to have some windows black on the inside and the other ones not. So it took us a while to figure that out, but we did. And here we're changing the outside to be black. I think that's from the vampire stuff pack, because we used the vampire stuff pack and
the spooky stuff?
Yeah, spooky stuff. That's the one we used, the two. We did use things from the other packs too, but those were the ones that were our primary things that we used that our influence was on, because of course it is a Halloween-inspired build. It is still a family home, so it's not like they're vampires living here or anything. They're just regular people.
Yeah.
Part of it's just decorating for Halloween, so you'd probably take some of the stuff away, but we still have the colors, and then we put the flowers that were there on the outside, we changed them to sort of fall colors, oranges and reds and yellows, so that's sort of the fall, and Halloween is fall, so that's kind of a good approximation. I think we even changed some of those. I don't know if I did that off camera. We changed some of the flowers at the front and had some of the thorns that are in the vampire pack. I think I just did that, or do I do that now? There we go. I didn't do it off camera, because I know I did a couple of things off camera, but that was not one of them. But that was, I think, it for the landscaping outside of the changes that we did. Though we added some Halloween touches outside as well as doing that. And we debated about changing those trees, but decided, or the shrubs I should say, that's what they are. They're a shrub. So I'm just trying to do, we changed the foundation to be black to match, and we didn't want to have it all black on the outside, which is why we went with that little bit of a red stone, which is from, I think, the Vampires game pack, not a stuff pack, game pack. And there we're going some Halloween lanterns. And we don't end up leaving that big, right?
Jack-o'-lanterns?
Jack-o'-lanterns. They came from Spooky Stuff Pack. There we go.
Spooky stuff?
Spooky stuff.
It's not Spooky Stuff Pack. That is not the name.
It is, actually, because
Really?
it's a Spooky Stuff Pack, because it's a stuff pack, and it was the Spooky Stuff Pack.
It just...
But I guess it's Spooky Stuff is the name, but it's the Spooky Stuff Pack, just like it's the Vampire game pack, because that's just how
I guess
how
that
it
does
goes.
make sense.
But just how it is. And did I end up using that? I can't remember, because we did take our time trying to figure out what to put out here.
I think you did use that.
And we put... Yeah, and then I realized that was the same as what I had on the left-hand side, so I grabbed something else for the gargoyle kind of thing. I don't know, did I keep that?
Which one?
Oh yeah, I guess we did. The one with the gargoyle with the stand. I think I was just playing.
Yeah,
honestly,
kept that.
I've never really used those things very much.
You got that.
And I debated about putting something there in the back, which we do end up putting a couple of things in the back. And I think that's where we put the pumpkin carving stations later on, which is why we don't put that many pumpkins at the front, because we figure as part of the party we'll get some pumpkins and we'll put them out, and then we put the spider and the web over the door, which of course is from Spooky Stuff Pack, but then we grab some real spider webs from vampires that in gameplay will have spiders go on. And then we put some decal cracks. Those are the only cracks I really used in the windows, because I mean it is supposed to be a decent home. It's not like it's supposed to be that rundown. Those are more like pretend cracks that they're decorating the house for Halloween to make it a little spooky at night. And I realize I don't like those doors because they don't. Well, I like the doors, but they don't suit the color of the door on the outside. So we end up going with the sort of black to match the kind of dark color on the, and also the window frames and all that stuff. And I don't know where we're doing. I know we debated. Oh, well, we took a while picking the wall covering.
Yeah, I remember that.
I often edit that out, but I left that in there to show how. Because I would put it up and you'd be like, oh, I'm not sure. Can I see the other one again? Well, luckily, this is sped up.
Yeah, that took forever.
To pick the colors. And then we took a little bit of time picking the floor to go with it. And this is where that wall covering and the floor, I think, are both from vampires. We decided to not use the whole same one because the one side is the kitchen and the other side is like the living room. So it's like a very open floor plan. And it is 2 bedrooms. One is a shared bedroom for kids.
Yeah.
Which we created, but we haven't actually gotten around to playtesting. But I don't think I really used heavily the Move Objects sheet, so it probably is okay. I used it and then we were picking whether we're going to use that bed, which came from City Living, but we end up using the Vampire Spooky bed.
Oh, it seemed more cozy to me.
You liked that one, didn't you? I thought of using this really expensive bed from Base Game, but then we used Parenthood beds, I think those are. And we have 2 different ones. They're the same, but so they have the different color frames, but they're both like kind of got a bit of a red color. I sometimes actually prefer to put the wall coloring up after I pick the rest of the room, because then I kind of go with what I put in the room.
I was just thinking, the kids they have a very bad place where they sleep, because the kitchen's right there. If someone gets up for like a midnight snack, it's gonna be so tantalizing, and it might wake them up. That's annoying. If they're hungry and they were hungry when they went to sleep, it might wake them up.
It might. Never thought of that. But that was just how I originally built the house.
Yeah.
And I did it that way in this case where I put the, because I could have chose which side to put, but the kitchen didn't need quite as much room as the living room area, because we ended up putting a fireplace in the living room, so we need more room for that wall.
Yeah.
So that's why, because the master bedroom is actually bigger than the kids' room. Because if you see, it's quite a bit bigger. Well, not quite a bit bigger. It's the same width. It's the same depth, but it's wider.
Yeah.
But it is bigger. But if anything, the kids' room has more in it, because we end up, I was looking, because the colors of that rug, that came from the toddler stuff pack, and the colors really were good for fall / colors, but it was way too big, so we couldn't use it. And we end up using this over here in this room, sizing it up. And even though it already has carpeting in there, I honestly don't know what we picked in this room. We went through lots of rugs.
I can't remember.
Lots and lots. Oh, we went with one of these rugs.
Oh.
I remember that now. Because it's small enough and it sizes up, it doesn't look really big. Some of the ones, when you size them up, they seem to look kind of thick. But that one doesn't like that. And then we got that's from the vampire pack of that little teddy bear. Now, those toys move around a little bit. I don't remember. I think they end up coming back in, but I put them out and then into the living room, and then I end up bringing them back in, if I remember correctly. And I always like doing that accent wall. That was your choice, though, this time. You liked the red on the back of the wall behind the beds, because they both had red in the beds. And you didn't like that with the eye on it.
No.
And so we went with void critters. And that was you, like, picking which one you liked the most. And because there's 5 types of void critters. So we chose one decal from each type of void critter. And then I grabbed shelves. So those shelves are from Fitness, which they're like 2 shelves together. It'd be nice if they were separate, but I have found some more uses than I expected I would with the combined shelves. And these little trees, I decided that I'd go with the singles. I do actually rearrange this if I remember correctly. Oh, I know why I put the toy. I did end up putting the toy box out. I think. I honestly can't remember, because it was one of those things that got moved around a little bit. All of that. And using some cheats.
How long did this take?
How long did it take us? Because we did it over a couple of days. We did about an hour and a half one night, because we actually had a timer to try and make sure we would be faster and not take too long going through it. And here, I was trying to look for the little void critters that came with the holiday crackers, but I couldn't find them, but we later find them.
Yeah.
And, we took a lot of look, because I use they've changed the cheat. It used to be debug that you typed to see things. And the last patch, in October's patch, they changed it so instead of debug, you now type, unknown. That's what it is. You type unknown. And I'll have to it's going to take me a little bit to remember that one. But also not everything showed up there. Some of it was just actually under the decor items, because I was looking for something else and noticed them all. And so then we took a little bit. Did we end up using... Actually, I guess we didn't use the one from the vampire pack, because it was just a bit too bulky. So we used a slightly smaller fireplace. And even so, we end up moving that door down, but that's not done on camera, because we did that in between parts.
Yeah.
Because we realized it was just too crowded in the living room and the chairs and stuff, so we move it all over. But all we do is move it over. These things kind of stay the same that we do here today. Well, it'll be all in today, but in the part where we worked on yesterday, I should say. And then I always like putting a little stone in front of the fireplace, because in real life it makes sense to have, you're supposed to have stone in front of a fireplace for a safety hazard. And then this was, you picked the couch. I was going through and showing you all the color combinations, but then I think you decide that red, you like that red better for like the Halloween vampire-y type thing. But you don't think that looks like a very comfortable couch in real life.
No.
But what did Mommy tell you about that couch?
That it has more comfort for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Like, if you're trying to lean back into the couch, it's got that wood part. That's gonna hit on your neck. It's gonna be annoying.
Yeah.
And that's why I wouldn't think it would be that comfortable.
It's just the game, that's what they said, because it's also one of the more expensive ones.
Yeah, I could see it being more expensive, not as comfy though.
Yeah, but... And then we continue with the Halloween-y type theme and put the candles in on the window as a chandelier coming down, and also on the bedside tables. But we did rearrange these a little bit. You ended up liking the ones we chose in the first place, and we put them back. So, but we left them out in the other room, and then we get one of these armoires from the vampire pack, and there's that tapestry from vampire pack, and took a little bit to try to figure out there. You liked that one, so we went with that for the blinds or whatever, curtains.
And now I think we're searching for a tapestry.
No, I guess that's from City Living, but you didn't like that one with the eye. Yeah,
it's really creepy.
So we didn't use the one with the eye because you thought it was creepy. And I can't find what I want there. I had an idea what I want. It's something that comes with City Living, I believe, and I think later on we end up finding it, which was actually when we were doing it today. But whether we did that on camera, there's where I found those little things that come with the holiday crackers. The little void critters. Or not their void, I think it's Medusa, if I remember correctly. And there's not room, so I put one on the bedside table. And then 3 on the shelf, and some void cards, the void critter cards I put on the shelf up there. And you will not see the bathroom being done, because we did that ourselves at the end, off camera, because we thought the video was going to be already long enough. We didn't need any more.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
That part was a little bit fast. I was trying to still make it somewhat of a functional house by adding the violin for little kids working on their aspirations and whatnot. And that's actually the Parenthood fridge, which goes quite well with that white. But that counter is from the vampire pack. But I decided not to go so dark, and we went with white on the bottom and the dark gray black on the top countertop. And that light, which I actually like a lot, but I wish it would fit in a little bit better with the counters. We end up taking that out when we were working on it today.
Yeah.
But, and there's a table. I realized it was too big. And I think in between parts I changed that. So instead of being white on the outside, I went back to black. Because I didn't mind having the white in the cabinets, but I didn't want so much white in it. I thought it just didn't look right. So the final one will have a black instead of white with the red. And because it's a family home, I use the bulletin board from Parenthood. Let's change a little bit too. And we're going to have to remember to add a bonefish to that. That's a bowl that's the trick bowl from the very first Halloween that Sims was out. Sims 4 was out, I should say. Yeah. And they had a trick-or-treat thing, and the treats won. But then later on, when they had a anniversary patch, they gave us the trick bowl, as well as the fact that we had already unlocked the treat bowl. But we used the trick bowl because it was Halloween. It seemed more appropriate than the treat bowl.
Yeah.
But this is what we were working on earlier today. We're putting the cabinets up, and I got rid of the light because it's just too bulky, and I can't have the things over.
Days already skip. I didn't notice.
Yeah, we've gone on to the next part.
Oh.
And we're adding some little shelves because I like to do this because I don't like to generally put a ton of clutter on the actual counters because it makes it harder for the Sims to work. And we decide not to put any curtains or blinds or anything on that particular window because it's a smaller window than the other window. Mm-hmm. And while I was looking for decorations to put on the little shelves, we found the decorations we wanted to put over at the entranceway. So we started working on that a little bit. But we do go back to the kitchen. And I do have more clutter on these kitchen cabinets than I usually do, I have to say. And you found those pots. I couldn't find them, and you were like, there they are, because I said I was looking for them. And we put some knives up.
I think I was more like, are those the things that you're looking for?
And you were right.
And you were hovering over them.
And I couldn't see them.
Like, you were hovering over them. They were even bigger because you were hovering over them.
And I completely missed them.
Yeah.
So these are I like these little colored spice jars. They come with the cool kitchen. I find when Sims are cooking in the kitchen, they often look at them. When they're cooking. It's kind of funny, the decor items. And I took a little bit of just clutter. When you're looking for things, because some of the things that come with the Parenthood pack, they don't show them in the same category. They're in a different category, so they can be harder to find. And you picked your favorite color for that.
Yeah.
Fruit bowl. Because the fruit itself, I think, stays the same. If I could notice quickly, it was just the actual bowl changes.
It did stay the same, the fruit.
And I do rearrange where this stuff is on the counter because I wanted to put a tea maker. Oh, and that's what I found. That's what I wanted for this room.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it. And you picked that color, and then when we turned it around, which is, I think, the way it's supposed to be shown, it just didn't look good in the color that you picked, so we ended up picking black. Or you ended up picking the black. Because that was your choice. Because I asked what you thought we should use, and I'm thinking we mustn't be very much longer. Yeah, just putting the clutter on the counter, and the stuff does get rearranged because I wanted to put a coffee maker, and I do have move objects on, which is why I could put the stuff beside, but I also was wanting to make sure that everything worked properly. And I don't remember if I end up using a coffee maker. Oh yeah, I do end up using a coffee maker.
It's been a long time since I've been in one of your videos.
It has. We haven't been doing that.
Yeah, I guess it's probably because not very many holiday type things have happened.
But you want to do something for cats and dogs when it comes out.
Yes, definitely. I love them. I am going to be playing them myself. I love cats and dogs. I love them.
And we're going to make our pets.
Yeah.
All 4 of them. Mm-hmm. 2 cats and 2 dogs.
Yeah.
And our Sim family will be complete because we can only have 8. And since there's 4 in our family, plus 4 pets, that'll be 8. We'll have a full house is what we'll have. And we end up adding some more touches to the living room. Just a few more. Oh, you like that. I can't imagine that's something that people would normally have in their house. And these are the cauldron lights, which I tried to look at what they were like, but since it wasn't actually daytime, and you probably see them better in action in nighttime mode, we'll have to see that when we... Night, not nighttime mode, yes. We'll have to see what it looks like when we're doing the spooky party. And I did add a chess table off camera. And the rug, did we do that on camera or did we do that? I think we did that off camera.
Yeah,
it took us a long time to pick that rug, didn't it?
Yeah, it took us forever. But we'd probably be around maybe 30 seconds. But that's still a long time.
You mean sped up? No,
Yeah.
I think it probably took even longer. It took us a really long time to pick the rug. Because we also then moved the whole thing over and gave them more room in the living area. But I think we're actually coming pretty close to the end of the actual speed build portion. And then we're going to be ending with just a couple of shots. I sort of did some video shots of the whole thing.
Oh.
And that was it. I didn't really go over. Yeah, you were busy at that point when I took these screenshots at the end.
Okay. I did not know that.
So what was your favorite part of the house?
Let me think. Probably, I think the part that I like the most and the part that I would have slept in the best is probably, if I were to pick between the 2 bedrooms, I would have picked probably, I like them both actually. They're very comfy. But I don't actually know. I like this house a ton, but I don't know which one's my favorite part.
So you liked it all?
Yeah.
So it'll be fun to play with the Sims when we do the little spooky party? And do you think this bed looks cozy? That's the one you were kind of talking about.
It's cozy.
But, and there's a little brief look at one of the bathrooms. It actually has 2 bathrooms in this house. One really small ensuite off the master bedroom. And there's the kids' room, a couple of little views of it. But I think that's going to be it for this part.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for watching.
And we will see you
next time, hopefully next week when we're doing the spooky party.
Bye!
Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much.